Hello, yeggooner, and let me show you what's going on. This right here is a time lapse of my stream. I messed up the stream. I did 3 hours on mute. Lovely. So what I'm gonna do right now is talk over everything that I did so that when I release the next episode, which will not be on mute, I promise this will not be on mute. I've learned from my mistakes. So the next time when I do my stream, which will be tonight, just to make up for the mess up, you understand what I say? And so I'm gonna go over everything bit by bit, slowly, so that you guys have a kind of grasp of how the save and everything is going on. To be honest, this is another time lapse inside the time lapse. That's why it's going really, really fast. Look, this is what it sounds like. Yeah, you don't want to hear that. Anyways, in that, I'm going over the whole preseason, and in the preseason, I signed a couple of players. I signed Kefram Turam for 71 million. I signed Adingra for 68 million. I signed Nathan Norian from Wolves. Signed him for 58 million, and I picked up Oscar Bob on loan. So I've picked up Oscar Bob on loan. I picked up Tells on loan, which you just saw over here, and this is me just describing the transfers and whatnot. And what I would say about the transfers in hindsight, you're gonna see what the issue is. But in hindsight, I feel like I rushed not rushed the transfer window, but I feel like I was a little bit. I should have saw the signs of things going wrong, but I didn't. Okay, we'll get into that later. But I should have saw the signs of things going wrong, and so where I leave off is before a cup game. So before the cup game is where I leave off, and yeah, man. Yeah, man. The cup game was calm, but this is where I first figured out the issue, and this is the issue I'm not describing to you right now. The issue is the new players needed a little bit of time to gel in. Yeah, the new players needed a little bit of time to gel in, and with that being said, I needed someone that could score goals. So I needed someone that could score goals, but the players needed time to gel in, and this is why I discovered the issue. I'm playing a third-tier Bundesliga team, and I'm having issues, not breaking them down, but scoring. We create a lot of chances. I believe my XG was like 2.79 at the end of this game. And what that tells you is that we had a lot of opportunities to score, but we didn't. And that's even before I scored a goal. And this game ends 2-1. And I made a change. And the change I made was I subbed out Miles Tell for a guy I'm calling Bjorn Ironside. Bjorn Ironside is a strong, reliable striker, but he's not he's a 9-goal a season striker. Really, not even 9. Probably 7, because Mandem was sitting on 4 goals for the longest time. So he's probably a 7-goal a season striker, and I need a 15-goal a season striker. And Tells does not look like he's it. Oscar Bob does not look like he can do anything. I feel like Man City duped me at the beginning. That's what I feel like. I feel like Man City duped me. This is a $26 million loan. Okay, I'm not buying him. I'm using him for 1 season for 26 million. And he's not creating for me in the first couple of games. Okay, so we're going to the next game. This team is projected to be 18th. I checked that before we go in the game. I'm like, okay, let's get this win. We're gonna play Borussia Dortmund in a couple of games. We should win every game until we play Borussia Dortmund. And I'm like, maybe it's just that we played first game, guys are trying to get together. Maybe that's the reason. Maybe we'll get into this game and we'll get a goal. And we do not get a goal, as you can see. You can see the XG graph just going wild up there. It is wild. I should have got a goal. It's absolutely ridiculous. I'm scratching my head there because I'm like, what is going on? And I'm looking to the side because Cole Palmer and Nicholas Jackson are banging in bangers while I'm streaming, and I'm wondering, like, how do I get myself a Cole Palmer? How do I get myself a Nicholas Jackson to score on this team? You saw me looking at Ivan Toney, because I'm thinking, can I pick up Ivan Toney? Can I pick up Eddie Nketiah? Can I pick up Dominic Solanke? No, I cannot. I can't. And I didn't want to buy a stopgap striker, right? I didn't want to purchase a stopgap striker. And I was like, whatever. Let me get into this Cologne game. I should be able to beat Cologne. It's away from home, but I should be able to beat them. Maybe Oscar Bob, maybe a Dingra can do me something. Please remember, I bought a Dingra. A Dingra is mine. There's no return policy on him. It's not like Oscar Bob where I can return it. A Dingra is mine. And at this point, I'm like, why is he mine? Why did this happen? And then I got a penalty even, and Maximilian did not score the penalty. He didn't score the penalty. So I'm just like, what do I like? I have $500 million. Can I buy a goal? How much would it cost to buy a goal? That's what I'm thinking at this point in time. How much is a goal? I still have $250 million left. I barely spent anything. Can I buy a goal? That's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for players that I can buy to a goal. And as you can see, the transfer window is coming up. And with the transfer window coming up, I'm like, okay, so let's look for players that we can use as a stopgap. I find one nice striker, then he tells me he's a 9 million striker. He's barely better than Bjorn Ironside. These guys told me I want to be a superstar. I told him, you are not a superstar, right? Even the night is dark, you're not a superstar. I will not see your light, you get me? So I was like, bun it, I'm not gonna buy you. It's calm. Let me loan went to, was it Benfica? Let me loan Marcus Leonardo. I'll loan Marcus Leonardo and see how he goes. And we got 6 hours left in the window, and he's not coming. And in my head, I'm like, why isn't he here? Maybe the paperwork is taking some time. I'm like, whatever. Let me not get another striker. I got Marcus Leonardo. Everything should be calm. And then we 1 hour left. I'm like, no, it's okay. The work permit will go through. 2 hours in, the work permit will go through. 1 hour in. Oh wait, the paperwork fell through. So this is when I start to have a crisis. I start to have a mini panic because I am playing Hoffenheim. I'm like, okay, Hoffenheim, that should be a draw. Bang, bang, they score right away. Bang, again. So I got a quick pepper in. It wasn't nice. This was I think this was my first hammering. And as you can see, my hands was on my head numerous times because I am confused. And Union Berlin is the next game. And I'm like, okay, we've been streaming now for 2.5 hours. Done the transfer window. I'm tired. Let me sim the Union Berlin game so I can get to the Borussia Dortmund game. And I win that game. So I'm now sitting at 1 win, 2 draws, and 1 loss going into the Borussia Dortmund game, the BVB game. And I'm like, okay, Yellow Submarine, here we go. I'm gonna dive in that water and see how we can flow. You get me? And with all of that being said, I feel like this is a pretty beautiful save. I have recorded more, and the reason I've recorded more is because I was going to do another time loop going into the next stream, just because I want to get to a certain point so that the seasons kind of flow. You know what I'm trying to say? Because FM25 is going to be coming up soon, and I want this save to kind of move so I can start an FM25 save. Well, maybe I'll move into FM25. We don't know. So I'm going into the Yellow Submarine game with no confidence whatsoever. Like I said before, we can't score a single goal. Kefram Turam is finding it hard in the midfield to adapt. And Isaac Israel, that is the 419 player we have, the wonder kid that we got. And he's not better than Kefram Turam, so I'm not going to start him. I'm not starting him. He's playing minutes here and there. And we scored a jammy goal. Oscar Bob pressed, stole the ball from the keeper and scored. And then we're winning this game. As you can see, it's 85th minute they score. Then, in stoppage time, they score again to win the game 2-1. And at this point, I'm done. I'm tired. And I'm just like, ugh! Well, it is yeggooner. Yeah, you know how it is. Road to 1K. We will not make that mistake again. You feel me? We're streaming again on Twitch tonight, so if y'all can come through, come through. If not, then I'm gonna have a video coming out for you guys tomorrow. YG Guna, you know how it is, baby. Peace.